So we're back with the home workouts. This is literally what my life has come back to, like literally full circle. It's actually annoying. In Quebec, the government had decided to close down gyms. This has been happening since I came back from Vegas. So it's been about like 3 weeks now that gyms have been closed, and I have been doing some home workouts. So I decided to actually film a week of workouts, but a week of home workouts, because I know there's still some people outside of Quebec who willingly still work out at home, or people who might just have no accessibility to a gym. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do at home for the whole week. I'm still gonna stick to my training split program, 4 days a week, lower body twice a week, upper body one day, and then like a full body cardio on the 4th day. I might slide in a little 5th day because I really want to get my body like snatched, okay? I really, really do. I've been watching some of my old videos on Instagram, and I was just like, I was in the best shape of my life 172 weeks ago. Okay, like I literally want to get back to that. So I'm really trying to just shred right now and just really go hard and in on my workouts. Honestly, when it comes to like getting your body the way you want it to get done too, you don't have to do all these crazy like workouts that you see on Instagram where people are doing the most. Like most of the time, we're doing the basics of the basics, a little variations amongst that, but literally it's like the basics of the basics, and we just stick to that and we just progressive overload with it. So if you guys are looking for like me doing all these crazy like jump in and like, I don't know, all these crazy things that you probably never seen before, this is not the video for you. So this is a fair warning. I am going to be doing a lot of fundamental workouts and exercises that you guys probably have seen 1,010 times, but that's because they are effective. I'm right now wearing this outfit from St. Line Apparel. It's Black owned, Montreal owned. I am wearing this on Tuesday when I'm doing upper body, but I am actually filmed my lower body day one yesterday, which was Monday. So I'm going to show you guys that next, but just know that when you see me in this outfit, it is day 2. Okay, I'm going to have everything in the description box, so if you're confused, which you shouldn't be, you won't be confused. So if you guys have seen any of my gym vlogs before, then you guys definitely know by now that I do literally the same dynamic stretches when it comes to lower body. So here I'm just doing 8 on each leg of the rotator cuffs for my hips. And then from then I go ahead and do squat to stand. If you guys are not doing this in your lower body day as a stretch, you need to put it in, because like it's really, really effective. It helps just warm up your muscles and prepare for the movement that you're about to do, which is like usually those movements. And then I'm just doing some leg swings. So I did about 10 of these on each side just to like warm up my joints and my muscles, because you don't want to just like go straight into a workout. You always want to warm up your muscles before. So for the first exercise, what I actually did was some kickbacks but with a band. So here I'm using a bar stool just to brace myself to keep a good balance, and I'm kicking back my leg. I did 15 on each side for 3 sets. Super important to do this slow and control, okay? You don't want the resistance to swing your legs and use that momentum. You want to be controlling it, using your muscles, pausing at the top and contracting your glutes. So once I finished that, I went ahead and did some lateral abductions with a band. And so basically this is just going to work more on my side glutes, because in the other one, the kickbacks, that works more like your lower part of your gluteus maximus, where this one works more of your upper glutes, so the medius and the minimus. And this is what's going to give you guys that little shelf look, like that oomph at the top. Yeah, this is the exercise for that. So I did 15 reps of these for 3 sets, and just with the bands itself, it burns, you guys, okay? It really, really does. Don't underestimate it. So then I went ahead using my bed, clearly as you can see. I did some Bulgarian split squats with a 30-pound dumbbell in one hand, and I just had my other hand extended out for balance. For this one, I'm leaning forward, as you guys can see. That's what really helps with engaging your glutes rather than engaging more of your quads, because you could do that with Bulgarian split squats, but we focus on ass today, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I did 12 reps on each leg, and I did this for 3 sets, going as low as possible to really get that full range of motion. Next, I went ahead and did some sumo squats. Here you have your legs open past your shoulders, knees pushed out, and as I go down as low as possible, I'm kind of like bending forward a little bit while keeping my spine neutral. So I did this about 12 reps for 3 sets. And I find when I do sumo squats, I allow myself to have more of a depth than I would in a narrow squat. So definitely, if you guys feel like a narrow squat, you don't get much depth, try this. It works in inner thighs as well. And you're going to see you can go a lot lower in your squats than if your feet were more closer together. So next what I did was some RDLs, and if you guys don't know what that means, it's basically Romanian deadlifts. I'm going a bit too low as I'm watching my video. That's one good thing about recording yourself when you work out. You're able to kind of look back and see what you're doing, what is wrong, what you want to fix, what you're doing good. So you guys don't have to go as low with this. You can just go up into your calves. I don't know why I'm going all the way down to my ankles, like that's excessive. But for this, I did 15 reps for 3 sets, and I'm holding my 30-pound dumbbell with 2 hands. Then the last exercise I did was some glute bridges. So this is a really good like gluteus maximus exercise, which really just targets the entire glutes, kind of like a hip thrust would do. And so I placed the 30-pound dumbbell on my hips. I have my resistance bands on as well, just to increase the intensity. And as you guys can see, I'm actually pushing completely off of my heels. Like my toes are elevated off the ground. That way I am forced to push off my heels, and by doing this, you're going to engage more of your glute muscles, which is the whole point of all of this. Like, why else would I be doing glute bridges? So when you get to the top, you guys also still want to pause for a second and contract your glutes as I'm doing, and then bring your body straight back down, keeping that spine neutral always. And so here I did about 15 with the pounds, well, not the pounds, with the 30-pound dumbbell is what I meant to say. And then I wanted to keep going, so I just did some body weights. I did about 10 more with my body weights, still doing the exact same thing, pushing off the heel of my foot, keeping my knees apart, pulling against the resistance bands, going to the top, pausing for 1 second, and then squeezing my glutes at the top. I then supersetted the glute bridges with some seated hip abduction. So if you guys remember what I did earlier with the standing hip abduction, this is pretty much the same thing, but I'm just sitting down. So it works the same muscles, the upper gluteus maximus as well as the gluteus medius, wow, so that you guys can get that nice shelf look and figure of your glutes from the side view. So I did 15 reps of this and 3 sets, obviously, because it was supersetted with my glute bridges. And the whole point of this is to go slow and controlled. So you really want to control your legs as it goes out and comes back in. You don't want the resistance bands to be pulling your legs back in and using that as momentum. You have to control the bands. Don't let the bands control you. So whenever I do upper body day, I always do shoulder mobility work, just because it just helps you get like your muscles warmed up. It helps it get started moving before you actually go in and do the exercises. So I just grab a resistant band. Here I'm doing a resistant tube, and I just do some like shoulder mobility, going around in like a 360 as much as possible. If you guys are not this flexible, you don't have this much mobility in your shoulders, do not worry. There's different variations to this, okay? So for the first exercise that I did was more of a back focus. I did a single arm row with a 30-pound dumbbell. I did about 12 reps for this, and I did this for 3 to 4 sets, okay? And guys, there's no excuse. Like, as you can see, I'm literally using a bar stool that I found in my room. So I'm using this to brace myself, and I'm just basically controlling the weight as I go down and bring it up. For this, it's super important when you guys go up and contract that back muscle, you want to really squeeze it further. So you want to further contract it and just pause for a second. It's not a race. It's never a race when working out. So then I went ahead and did some bicep work. So here I'm doing unilateral bicep curls. For this exercise, guys, it's super important. I see a lot of times people are like arching their back, they're using their back to lift the weights. If that's the case, it just means it's too heavy for you. So you really want to make sure that your core is engaged, your back is straight, and you're only using that bicep muscle to curl the weight up. Here I did 12 reps, I believe it's 10 to 12 reps. I know it's no more than 12. So I did 10 to 12 reps for 3 sets. And as you can see, I'm really just pumping with my biceps. Like, that is the only muscle that should be mainly working in this exercise. So this next exercise I actually did was something like I thought of on the spot, because when I go to the gym, I usually do these bent over rolls with a barbell, but because I'm working with a dumbbell, I decided to do a unilateral version of this. So you're doing the same movement where you're hinging your hips back, your back is flat, and your knees are slightly bended. But instead, what I'm doing is I'm working one arm at a time. So same kind of concept as I did for the single arm rolls. You want to really control the weight as you're bringing it up to your stomach, and you want to pause at the top. So you don't want to keep rushing through it, okay? I did 12 reps of these for 3 sets. So the next exercise I did was some tricep kickbacks. I did 12 reps of these for 3 sets. And just to like brace myself, as you guys can see, I am using once again my bar stool. So if you guys don't have a bar stool, just use anything that's pretty much like waist length that you can hold on to, like a dresser or something, because you are gonna have to hinge your hips while doing this exercise. So for the last exercise I did, once again, was back focus, and I did some pike push-ups. Y'all, this is no joke. Like, it's kind of hard at first getting into formation because you have to go into a downward dog position, but y'all see the back muscles coming through? Like, when I tell you this works out your back, it works out your upper back. It's amazing. I love these. I did these 12 reps for 4 sets, and I'm definitely going to incorporate these more into my workouts at least once a week, even at the gym, because these are a game changer. So today we're day 3 of my week of home workouts, and I'm in my basement. As you guys can clearly see, my parents decided to finally redo the basement. So now we got like spotlights, we got nice like light open space that I can finally do my workouts in, film my videos for home workouts as well. And I kind of want to get like a little different ambiance and environment than upstairs in my room. And since nobody is home, I'm going to utilize this actually to get my workout in. It's pretty late, it's like 5 p.m. So we're definitely gonna take some pre-workout. I have my C4 as usual, but this time I'm not dry scooping it. So I'm actually gonna drink it. I have it mixed up with water. I am gonna do higher reps today. So because I have lighter weights, I don't have like super heavy weights that I would usually have at the gym. I'm gonna go a lot intense with my reps. So I'm gonna try to really do like 15 to 20 reps on each exercise and do like 3 to 4 sets on each. So we really gonna feel the burn, okay? We're really gonna feel the burn. It's gonna be a long one, okay? I already know it because I got everything else pretty much done. So I have the time now to just really get a good workout in. I'm kind of feeling also like R&B vibes, but a little hip hop. I don't know. Am I the only one that can work out to R&B music? Because I know some people like to listen to like violent music or like hip hop or rap, and there's moments, don't get me wrong, there's moments when I do my Nicki stuff, like I need some like, cause I be that daddy, young money, is like, you know, I need some of that. But then there's some where I just need like, you for hours, I can do 20 hours. You know what I'm talking about? That TikTok song, y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyways, I'm gonna drink this pre-workout and then I'm gonna get started. You are the reason, can't get enough of you. Alright, so for my lower body day, what I did was I started off with just a bit of a warm-up. I put the resistance bands just above my knee, and I just was doing some like banded walks side to side. I did this for about like 30 times, honestly, just going from side to side, right to left, just like switching up the different formations. Then I went ahead and did some kickbacks with the band. So this is just to like fire up my glute muscles, get it pumped and ready to go for more of like not the heavier, but the more intense exercises. And I did this on each side for 15 reps. And then from this, I went ahead and did some seated hip abductors. I did 15 once again. Each exercise, you guys, I did literally just one setup because the goal is not to tire out your muscles. It's just to like warm them up and activate them. For my actual workout, I went ahead and did some goblet squats. So I got my 30-pound dumbbell, and basically, as you guys can see, I'm going down into a very deep squat, like past the parallel line. It's kind of, I would say this is more like ass to grass. If you guys are not able to do this, do not trip out. Like, there's a lot of reasons why people will not be able to do a very deep squat, and that can be from your stance. Maybe it's too narrow. You might want to widen out your legs and turn your feet out. Or it also could be like the way your body is built, right? So the way your structure is with your hips and your legs, it may not allow you to make such a deep depth in your squat. And that does not mean that you're not going to get an effect. You're not going to get the full effectiveness of a squat, okay? So if you can go deep, go deep. But if you cannot, do not trip yourself out. So I did 15 reps of these with the dumbbell, and then I wanted to keep going. So I just dropped the dumbbell and I kept going with my deep squats. Super important, when you guys are doing a squat, you really want to brace your core. Make sure that your spine is neutral. So you don't want to overarch, you don't want to like over round your back neither. And I did that for 3 sets. Then I went ahead and did some supine leg lift with a resistance band. Y'all, this may look really easy, but give it a try. It is not a joke. So I did 15 reps on each leg for 3 sets. And I made sure that my lower back was completely flat against the mat, because if you're going to have an arch with your back to the mat, ratio type of thing. I don't even know if that makes any sense. You're definitely gonna have and feel lower back pain. So you really want to sink in your stomach and make sure that your stomach is synced in so that your lower back is touching the mat. I did 15 reps on each leg, and I did these for 3 sets. So this exercise has so many different names to it. I've seen like donkey kick on your knees, I've seen the quadruple hip extension, but nonetheless, it's really, really good and effective to do when you're at home. So what I did just to intensify it, I actually added my 15-pound dumbbell between my knees, and I did 15 reps for 3 sets on each leg. And as I'm controlling the weight, bringing it up and down, as I get to the top, I'm actually pausing, contracting my glutes, and then bringing it right back down. This is really important to really get the full effectiveness of working that lower glutes in the gluteus maximus. And for the last exercise I did was some elevated glute bridges. I actually recorded, well, I didn't record because you can't see it obviously, but I actually did some like Romanian deadlift unilaterals, but the clarity, the fuzziness, it just wasn't it. So I cropped it out. But this was the last one I did after that, which was elevated glute bridges. I'm using my couch. Super important, you guys, to brace your couch against a wall or something that's firm so it doesn't go sliding. And I have the resistance bands and the dumbbell placed as well on me to give more resistance. I did 15 reps of this for 3 sets. And something that you guys probably can't really see, but I'm actually pushing the dumbbell down on my hips as I go up, just to increase that intensity and make it a bit more difficult than just like having it placed freely on my hips. Day 4 of my weekend workouts at home, and today we are gonna do a full body cardio with abs, just because I'm actually trying to get in like another day. I think I'm gonna do one more lower body day because I really do want to focus on my lower body, and that's what I've been doing at the gym. But I'm at home this week, so we're gonna replicate the same thing at home. I have right now just a dumbbell and my mat. I also have, you guys can see, my pre-workout is already pre-mixed. So I am currently sipping on that. I'm waiting for that to kick in. I know I am going to regret doing this workout because I don't do cardio. I really don't do cardio. And I'm trying to challenge myself this year by doing things that I know are my weaknesses, especially at home, that I know are my weaknesses that I should be better at, especially when I be putting some of my clients, like on the real, I be putting some of my clients to do some exercises and some workouts, and I'm just like, damn, like, I don't know if I would even do that, you know? So now I'm just like, Tashana, you know what? Push yourself just as hard as you push other people, because there's no time to slack. Like, I'm really trying to work on my weaknesses, so that means cardio, getting those high intensity workouts in, and I'm also trying to shred. I actually want to lose about 5 pounds. Right now I'm 155, and I'm happy with that. I like the way I look, but I just want to like shred my body a bit and just kind of like shred off 5 pounds. So that's the goal right now. It's winter. Usually it's bulking season, but for me, we're shredded. Okay. So if you're shredded in winter time, shout out to you. We in this together. So I was just scrolling through Instagram, and can we admire what I used to, like, this body, guys, this body that I had. Oh, no, we need to focus. She needs to focus. Okay. Guys, the body, I need to get this back. I'm not far off. Like, we're really not that far off. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, what the hell are you talking about, sis? You look the same. No, okay? This is not the same as this right now. I have gained about 10 pounds, and this is why I said I want to cut, because I'm trying to cut to this chick. Okay, she is goals. She is goals. Stop sending to people. So the first thing that I did was 30 seconds of jumping jacks, and then I went ahead and did 30 seconds of jump squats. There's really no explanation on how to do jumping jacks. I mean, like, everybody should know how to do jumping jacks. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch what I did in terms of the jumping jacks straight into the jump squats. Can you run for me all day? Not stopping me. Can you take it to the top of me? I just wanna love you, baby. Always thinking you love me, baby. Can you roll with me all day? Hold over me. Can you take control of me? I just wanna love you, baby. Always thinking you love you, baby. I think I like how your body feels next to me. Since my legs were like on fire from doing that, because it's a lot of leg movements, especially the jump squats right after, I went ahead and did something that involves a bit less of a high impact and more low impact, So I went to do some Romanian deadlifts into a shoulder press unilateral. So basically what that means is I start by going down into a Romanian deadlift, come up and do a shoulder press one hand at a time. So I did 12 reps with the right side and went over and did 12 reps with the left side. So as in the name itself, I'm not even too sure if this is the name, but this is just what I call it because I'm using 2 of those exercises, Romanian deadlifts as well as the shoulder press. You want to make sure that your core is nice and tight and engaged, your back is neutral, and you don't have to go as far down as I am. You can go up into your calves, but definitely just keep breathing because this is intense, okay guys? So then I decided to do mountain climbers, elevated mountain climbers. I usually have my clients do these, so I was like, you know what, Tashana, just do them. It's cardio, it's gonna help. You're trying to work on your cardio. Did it for 30 seconds and it was hard. It was hard. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not even gonna front. It was really hard, especially for someone who doesn't do cardio. But you want to just keep pushing. You want to really make sure that you're getting those knees high up to your chest. That's literally what I'd be doing, you guys, in between rests of my sets. Cannot take myself seriously. So next what I did was a modified burpees. I don't know why I chose to do this. So what I'm doing, I'm actually walking into a plank and I'm doing a push-up. As y'all can see, my push-up was terrible. Like my form was really bad. My butt was way too high in the air. And I don't know if this is because I was just really lazy and just exhausted from doing my whole high intensity workout, that my form was really off. But that's why it's really key and important to record yourself, because I had no idea. Like I kind of had an idea while doing it, but I had no idea it was this bad. And yeah, I actually wanted to like take this out of the video, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna show you guys. Shit happens, even to like personal trainers. Our form's not always gonna be 100%, but it is what it is. So I pushed myself and I did 8 to 10 reps of these modified burpees for 3 sets. As you can see, I am getting exhausted, but I'm still pushing through. I'm still getting it done. I'm not giving up, and that's literally the main thing when it comes to working out. Just don't give up. I ended off my full body high intensity workout with just doing a bit of ab work because I haven't done any all week and I like to get it in at least once a week. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 30 seconds for each ab exercise you guys are about to see. I didn't do more than 1 set, so everything was done just 1 time. And I also made sure I had about like 15, max 20 seconds in between each exercise, because the goal is you really want to have your abs still contracted while doing one exercise into the other. You don't want to do an exercise, have your abs contracted, take a 30 to 1 minute break, abs relax, and do it again. Like, no, okay? You gotta push yourself. Don't be lazy. It's gonna hurt, it's gonna burn, but you gotta push through because that's where you get your results, okay?
Can't believe it, gotta thank God that I'm living comfortably. Getting checks, I don't believe, but she says she done with me. Burn some bridges and I let the fire light the way. Kicking my feet up, left the PJs on a PJ. Yeah, I'm a big dog and I walk around with no leash. I got water on me, yeah, everything on Fiji.
Zany boss, suicide door, brand new bag. College girls, give me nigga head in my raps. Rockstar life, so much money, I'll make you laugh. Hey, the bitch they hate, and you can't miss what you never had. Hey, off the juice, coding got me tripping. Cut the coupe, walk a roof is missing. Ice, lemonade, my neck was tripping. Ice, lemonade, my neck was tripping. A rockstar, pick up drawers, tip walls, hey. Add up ball, finish nuts, and expose, hey. I was 15, I took codeine with my dog, hey. Pretty Percocet, put methazine, I feel nauseous. Put up a stick and I hop on a plane, still in my wall waist. Shit is so risky, I gotta be gifted, he blessed me with fortune and fame. I remember from 50, I could go back empty, I know I was stuck to the game. Loyal and I never change, I'm never gonna go against the grain. I'm never gonna be the one turn on my brother when police got to detain.